Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Olivia. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Let's get started. Okay. Settle into the back. A little massage on that low back. And here we go. Close your eyes. So nice deep breaths in. It's food for your tissues, your cells, your tissues, your organs, so feed them right now. And practice that good respiration by feeling the rib cage expand, the belly move out, the shoulder blade, the collarbones lift. And of course, if keeping your mouth is not doesn't work for you, doesn't feel good, by all means, open your mouth and just let the breath out that way. And begin to find yourself settled. And that shift between that conversation and chatter to just stillness. I love when you come in and do that because I think that makes this part even sweeter. So let's bring in a little bit of joy right away and let the corners of your mouth draw up in a little smile. And then open the eyes. And let's move to the edge of the seat. And feet right underneath the knees. And let's just place the hands there on the thigh muscles, just gently, but feel the shoulders draw downward away from your ears. And the elbows are going to draw in towards the waist. Let the heart lift a little bit more. Instead of here, let it lift. Put a little tuck in the chin. So if you could envision the spine as long as it can possibly be from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Close your eyes once again. And then with your nose, make a figure eight right in front. So down, around, over to one side, and down, up, and around, over to the other side. And just keeping your eyes closed here. Right back to the front. Look over the right shoulder. Go ahead and open your eyes. In fact, open them really wide and see how far behind you can see. And then let's go the other way. Same thing. Open them wide without moving the shoulders. Open them really wide. All right. Come down. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. Not just drop it. Pull it back towards your chest. Get the back of the neck really long. And then we chin on the shelf. And then maybe lifting up a little bit higher. So you decide. Nobody crams the neck up. In the back there. So while the chin is up, just turn your head side to side. It's like you're watching a fast-moving eclipse. Or the space station, if you've ever seen that darn thing. All right, and back to the center. All right, let's roll the shoulders up. You ever see that thing? It moves unbelievably fast across the sky. Oh, this makes me take a deep breath too, right? And again. All right. One more time. And let's keep the arms out. I'll take this a little into the ribcage. Just easy here first. Oh, some new sensations in my back. Good morning. Again, I'm not sure. Is that seat taken right there?
Thank you.
Oh. Again. Is that one taken right there with the purse on it?
Frame was coming, but
For who?
for frame, but if
Fran. Well, go ahead and take that one back there missing, and if Fran comes, we'll get you another one. All right, leaving that arm up, let's follow it by the other one. Now squeeze the heel of the hand, the palms together, and slide them down to the front. Tuck your chin. And then right arm out to the side, look over the left shoulder. Come back to the center. Squeeze, tuck your chin, and then we go the other way. Open. Press that arm back. Ooh. You work this chest right here, and then you're going to get a nice stretch in it right there. Let the knuckles actually fall behind the body right there. And one more. And back. All right, deep breath in. We hinge at the hip, forward fold. All right. And then slide up just a little bit. Oh, feel that back work. You're pressing the hands into the shin, so the shoulders are going to press down as well. Belly comes in, and exhale, release all the way back up. Deep breath in, and all the way down. All right, let's lift up on that right leg. Pull it in, send it out. And pull it in, up towards the shoulder, if that works for you. And one more time. This time we're going to leave it out here. Now let the weight of the leg pull you to the top of the sit bones, and we pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, out to the side 4 times. You take that range of motion. If you want to put that foot down on the ground, that's okay. Belly in, sit up tall, and one more time. All right, other leg up, deep breath in, exhale. Inhale. Straighten, toe to the ceiling, and exhale. Drop the toes down and lift them up. Again, 2 more. And back. Last one. And up. Okay, here we go out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to pulse. Sit up tall. 8, 7, 6. My knees bent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Yeah, just sort of let the knees drop open here. All right, lovely. And hands behind the head, pressing them back. Oh no, let's do here, rib cage. Press them back, and then exhale, roll back towards the fleshy part of the seat. And then again, sit up tall on the sit bones. You need the feet on the ground. That feels more comfortable to you. That's okay. Nobody falls out of their chair, please. And back. One more time. And back. All right, feet on the ground, right arm circles back. And then hinge at the hip, reach forward. See if you can get it all the way up by the face. And then reach back, maybe roll back on the fleshy part of your seat. Scoop forward. And tuck the tailbone, maybe roll back, scoop in that belly. And back. All right, another arm, same thing. Way forward, scoop and roll back if that's accessible to you. Again. 2 more. And last one. And back. All right. Heel the hands together. Now press up on the elbows and down on the wrists for a little bit of a stretch right here. And then I'm going to bring the thumb over to the right shoulder and look over to the left. And then I'm going to go the other way. And then I'm going to open up both arms. All right. Opposite elbow and knee coming in. Press them back here. And again. And press. So a little core work here. 2 more. And last one. All right, left hand down that right arm. My feet are a little bit wide for a little broader base here. Reaching up and over. And pull down. I'm going to look over to the right, scoop down as low as you can. I see, you know what? Let that sit bone rise up a little bit. That way you can really get down low. Remember when we take that half moon pose seated, that's what we do. And one more time. And back. All right, we go to the other side. Scoop down and lift up. And if that doesn't work for you, then just look down and look up. All right. And again. One more time. And up. All right, I'm ready for some rotation in my spine now. Side to side, washing that wall right in front of you. And let your gaze go as far back to the right as you can, and then the left. So you are following your hands with your gaze. All right, back to the front. Take the feet a little bit wide and we get down into the hips now. Oh yeah. And again, you can take this shallow, doesn't matter to me. Or drop the shoulders, scoot back. And again. And again. Oh, let's go the other way too. Why not? Unwind. And again. All right, and then up, nice and tall. Feet coming closer, deep breath in. Exhale, we forward fold. Look down towards the toes, halfway rise. And again, let the heart come forward. I'm gonna cross my left hand over and reach that right arm to my neighbor behind me there. Turn the palm to that right wall. And then we switch to the other side. In this hinge position, the heart's coming forward. Slide it back, reach to your neighbor behind you. Tuck it in behind you if you can. Hands on the thigh muscles, we're gonna tuck the tailbone and round back up. All the way back. All right, take the feet long, and we're gonna stand up. Pressing downward, here we go. Lifting up. Oh, that feels good, huh? And sit back down. All right, and keep going. And down. 2 more. Meet me at the top on the last one, which is coming. It's just fine. Don't feel like you have to do all these at all. Here we go. We reach up and down. And one more time. Reach up. All right. Float the arms down. Beautiful. And walk your feet in. Toe heel, toe heel. Let's go to the back. Grab yourself a drink of water. I'm going to move this back. You're fine there. It's going to move this back a little bit. When you sit back down, I'll move it back forward again. Forward. Okay, downward facing dog. Always a great way to start. Find your downward facing dog, any little movements you need. And let's just do this. I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit. So you may wanna move in, just take a baby step into the chair, 1/2 inch or so. I'm gonna bend the knees, which is gonna stretch my back and my shoulders even more. So you decide. And then release, straighten the legs. Let the heart come forward maybe. Take a breath. And then again, same thing. Bend the knees and see if you can deepen that stretch. And then come right back up. Step into the chair, coming into mountain pose. Heels under the sit bone right there. Seem to have shifted here a little bit. All right. Turn that tailbone towards the earth. Yeah, bring that belly in, lift up on the pelvic floor. Oh, it's the lawnmower. Isn't that a lovely sound? I don't think we've heard it yet, so it's great. That's great. All right, so sink into your knees a little bit more than you normally do. You're feeling a little bit of a calf stretch right there. Notice if you have 2 different legs. I feel a deeper stretch in one side than the other. Rise back up, put your fingers on the chair, and roll up on the toes. All right, so we go back to the heels, shoulders on that wall behind you. Just sink down. So you've lost about 6 inches there. Rise up. I'm not going to go there. And back up. All right, so staying up in this position, let's press one heel down. I'm going to come out here. And then the other heel down towards the ground. I call this a Stairmaster. And again, and keeping that right foot, well, just sort of roll around the ball of the foot. If you're in your shoes, just try it at home when you're in your bare feet. All right, and then let's go the other side. A little love to the soles of your feet. All right, and then both feet on the ground. Now, if you've ever skied before, I want you to go over to one edge and then roll over to the other edge. And then again, so it's like you're catching the side of the mountain, right? And then again. I think this is probably easier to do in shoes than your bare feet. And again. And then let's just roll around the heels, the toes, the sides of your feet. Mine are going the same. You want to do them separately, that's okay too. But a little love to your soles of your feet. stepping the feet out wide. We're going to sink into the right knee. What I want you to do is almost like you're going to go into downward facing dog. So you're going to send the hips back, but you're going to go over a little more to the right. Rise right back up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. The hips are going to go way back and come right back up till you get an inner thigh stretch here. And so if you just go down this way, you won't feel that. But hinge at the hip, almost like you're bowing to me. Come right back up. And again.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do. Very much. And again, so a little inner thigh stretch there. All right, coming back, walk your feet in, and lift the legs out to the side and back. Whatever feels good to you, whatever range of motion. Let's keep the left hand on the chair. And we're going to turn to the right wall. And I'm just come out to that side. So I want you to bring this right foot in and out. So it's like you're using your foot as a broom. So you're going to sweep in front of your body. Crossing the midline. You know, if you've been told not to do that, you're just going to stop and just keep this lifting to the side. All right, so wiggle that left foot back to the front and keep that right foot behind. And we're just going to pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that front knee. Come right back up. 2 more times. Maybe that foot touches the back. Maybe it doesn't. But 1 more. All right, and then we go the other way. So we're going to bring that left leg across the midline like it's a broom. You're going to sweep right in front of you with it. Maybe a little fancy up and around if you sweep like this. And again. All right. So use that foot and walk around on. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, beautiful. I'll shake out my legs. Let's take that little vinyasa, stepping back. Deep breath in. Forward fold. And then halfway rise. Hands come to the hips. Slide down the legs. And then reverse swan dive all the way back up. This is like you're a big bird here. Big wingspan. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale, release back down, and then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let's bring the hands back into the heart. Send them forward. Coming close to the chair. So your belly is on the chair right there, because when we rotate, I don't want this to happen. I want you to keep the hips square to the front. So as I'm reaching back to the right, I'm keeping my right hip facing the chair. Lovely. All the way up and over and back to the front. We go the other way. Peeling it back, keep that left hip on the chair. Lifting up and back. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, peel it back, right hip, push it towards the chair. Up and around. And again, 1 more time. Push that left hip towards the chair. Up and around. Step back, deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. This time, let's come into chair pose. So sink into the hips. Let's bring the hands back to the heart here. Now, turn that tailbone towards the earth, but lift the heart. All right. You feel that back fire on here. Left hand down. I'm going to step out here. That right arm's going to reach back to your neighbor. Behind you. Behind you. All right. Come right back up to the front. We go the other way. Turn that palm towards the left wall. Back to the front. Let's scoop up and come into powerful pose. Sink a wee bit deeper. Heart forward, tailbone to the ground. Rise right back up. And release down. Shake out. Downward facing dog. Step on back. And breathe. Couple of breaths. And any of those movements you need to get that stretch in, get those endorphins, let them release. All right, step that right foot in, turn that left toe out behind you, and rise up into warrior 1. All right, and drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips here. Beautiful. Hand on the chair whenever you need it. I'm going to hinge forward and scoop up. Now what I'm not doing is I'm not bending my knee any deeper. So that's what I want you to notice, is that the knee is not sinking. I'm hinging at the hips to get my arms down there, all right? So that front knee is over the ankle and I'm just hinging at the hips. I'm gonna load up that front leg. It's a lot of work going on there. Touch, don't hit your face on the chair. And one more time. And reach. All right, left hand to the chair. Lift up on that right heel. Right straight to the ceiling. Not in, to the ceiling. And reach that arm back. I'm gonna soften that back knee there. And let that right arm just reach back. Lovely. Maybe you find balance. You could release the left hand over the chair to me, or just keep it near the chair. It's just fine. All right. Windmill that back arm. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Another breath. All right. Gazing over the chair. Left foot in. Turn that right toe out. Put that front knee over the ankle. We rise up. Warrior one, drop your shoulders. Create a lot of space between the ears and the shoulders here, all right? Nice, feel that great stretch in the calf back there. Now same thing here. I'm gonna hinge at the hip. My knee's gonna stay over the ankle. And you take that as deep as you're comfortable, all right? But think about keeping this straight back. As you do this, don't hit your face on the chair. But instead of rounding down here in the back, keep that heart always pulling forward, always, always. Broad collarbones. And again. One more time. And all the way up. All right. Right hand reaches to the chair. Now, watch, I'm going to lift my left heel to the ceiling. All right. So not over here. Lift it to the ceiling. So you're on all 5 toes, not just your big toe. Look to that left wall. If you can release that left arm back, do so, or keep it on the chair. Keep the right hand on the chair. If you could release that, do so. It's up to you. How wonderful is that? Deep breath. Firm up those legs. All right, windmill that arm back to downward facing dog. Lovely. And breathe. Taking the gaze over the chair, step on into the chair, and we're just going to take a little balance right here. I'm going to move out so the video can see me. Lift up on that right heel. Now you judge if you want to lift that foot up, if you want to keep it here, if you want to keep the toe on the ground, but we're just going to balance for a little while. As you're doing this, I want you to stretch the crown of the head to the ceiling. Firm up that leg. See how long you can go before you have to touch anything. One more breath. And then step out. If your foot is doing this, that's a good thing, because when it doesn't do this, you're going to fall over. So those good proprioceptor skills that your foot is telling your brain, or your brain's telling your foot, here's what you have to do. Okay, so we'll take the other side first, and then we'll move from there. All right? I was going to time it, but that's all right. We'll do that another time. So just lifting up on that foot, and here we are. Just whatever works for you here. Release back down. That is the SilverSneakers test, all right? That I've been, one of the certifications I recently took, they suggest I try that with you all. So we'll get into that a little bit more maybe in the month of May. All right, taking the feet out wide. It's like, how long can you balance for? All right, now we're gonna take the same squat, but this time we're gonna lift that foot and come back up. And then go the other side. Lift that foot. See if you can turn that toe to the ceiling. And again, turn that toe to the ceiling. Skandasana. Toe to the ceiling. All right, we're gonna hold the side right here. Now, hands on the chair if you need it. Maybe the hands at the heart. Always the heart coming forward. Always broad collarbones. Deepen this as much as you'd like. Really loading this leg up. Drop that toe, reach up. Other side, here we go. So it really becomes strength in the leg and flexibility in the inner thigh and balance. Heart coming forward, belly in. Nice. Nice. One more breath. Release. All the way back up. Deep breath in. Let's turn that right toe out. Come into warrior two. That should feel good after the other one, huh? Okay. And then into side angle. Looking down towards the toes. Let's come into reverse. Look up towards the fingers. And into side angle. And up to reverse, and this time we're going to hold this. So be sure you sense that knee over the ankle. Don't let that leg straighten. In fact, if you're not sure if it has, it probably has straightened a little bit, so bend it. Windmill the arms and hinge at this hip and see if we can come into extended side angle, which means I have this long line from the crown of my head to the toes, and my arm floats towards my face. Again, I've really loaded this leg up here. You'll feel the difference. Reach for the money, if that works. Yes. All right. Right back to warrior two, and all the way back up. Bring the hands into the heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Whew. Okay, we go the other way. Turn the toe. To resituate my feet just a little bit. For me on this side, it feels better for me to have my foot a little more forward than the right foot. Whatever works for you here. But a front knee always over the ankle. We look down, so turn the neck, work the shoulder, work the head right there. And then we're going to look up. And again, down, using the chair if you need to. And then look up, and this is what we're going to hold. You may want to use that chair right there. It's just fine. Or the leg or your back left pocket. Drop your shoulders. Remember broad collarbones, though, right? Use the chair. All right, here we go. We're going to level this out. And now into side angle here. Extended side angle means I'm going to hinge a little bit more at my hip and let this arm float towards my face, and I may need to use the chair, okay? Roll the shoulder back a little bit more, yeah, and then reach for the money. Breathing. Level this out. Always feels good to come back to that, doesn't it? Yeah. Toes to the front. Take your hands, clasp your thumb behind your back. Lifting the heart. Let the knuckles slide down towards the tailbone. And then hands on the hip. Soften the knees. We're going to hinge towards the chair. And belly in as you do this. And then come right back up. Push through those toes. Make those feet do this work. All right? And again, nice strong legs. They both have a little bend to them. And back up. One more time. And back up. All right, walk your feet in. Back to downward facing dog. Couple of deep breaths. And breathe. All right, bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive. And forward fold. Rising up. And sink back down. Now push into the shins. Feel that back engage, the core muscles work, the hamstrings stretch, and we're going to circle sweep, pass through chair pose all the way up. All right, grab a drink of water. I've been delinquent in telling you that. All right. From mountain pose. Nice and tall. Rise up on the toes. like you're trying to get as tall as you possibly can. Just challenge your balance here for a moment. All right, so as we sink down, we're going to lift the arms. And as we rise up, we're going to use the hands on the chair. So you've always got it there. Again, sink down. Rise back up. I think I've heard this called palm tree before. Sink down. And rise back up. All right, sink that left heel. We're going to slide this right foot out, but I want you to keep the heel up right to the ceiling there. Little micro bend in the back knee. Front knee over the ankle. And hand on the chair if you need it. First, we're going to arc over. Get this lovely stretch all the way down here. Yeah. Beautiful. And then release. Pop up on that back foot. And then just see if you can challenge balance. All right, from here, we're going to come to tree pose. So first, let's bring that foot into the leg or to the calf muscle. And then maybe you find branches on your tree or hands at the heart or one on the chair, whatever you need. Broad collarbone, so keep the elbows reaching back a little bit. And release. Both feet on the ground. All right, check out. All right, we shall do one palm tree. So rise up on the toes. And here we go. Sink down. Rise up. Sink the right heel. Slide that foot out. Toe, heel to the ceiling, toe on the ground. We rise up. High lunge. Front knee over the ankle. Lovely. All right. Either use the chair or hand on your thigh. We take this nice arc over. Yep, it becomes balance here. So use the chair. All right, coming right back up. Let's see if we can leave this arm up here and just pop that back foot up. Lifting from the heel. And then we balance in tree pose. Airplane. And here we come into tree pose. Chair any way you need it here. Any way you need to use that chair, do so. Or wherever you need to place your foot. All right. Step on back to downward facing dog. Step the feet wide here. Wider than chair width if you can. And with those straight legs, just push the hips towards the right a little bit. And then towards the left a little bit. You'll feel a little inner thigh stretch when you do that. And breathe, walk your feet in. And hands on the thigh muscles. Tuck the tailbone and round back up. Roll all the way up. Shoulder rolls roll around. The head's the last thing to come up. And check out. Anybody go see Jesus Christ Superstar?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff, huh? It was so cool. It was really cool. Great dancing. All right, have another drink of water. That's what reminded me of that when I saw that. Oh, we better sit back down. I'm sorry?
Shays.
It was at Shay's. It was really good. And I got free tickets from somebody. Okay, let's start with this. I was going to do this standing, but we're going to do it seated today. It's my usual stretch, but a couple of things let's be sure we're doing. See how this foot wants to slide in here? So let's keep this left foot right underneath the right knee. Now, in fact, let's walk that foot out a little bit more, and then you're going to bring this knee over top of it still so you get a little deeper stretch. It's going to change. You may not be able to do it on both sides. You may not want to do it on either side, and that's okay too. Foot on the ground. So just as soon as I move my knee over there, oh, I feel a little different. It's like it's pulling up on this hip. So work at keeping those sit bones on the ground, nice and tall. Let's see if we can try this waterfall. So remember how I said nice broad collarbones? Lifting the chin here to do that because we tend to want to do this. So lift the chin, we'll get a real good stretch in here today. Bring the heart forward. You've got something on your shirt you want me to see, so lift it a little closer to me. And breathe. Foot on the ground is just fine. All right, sitting up tall. Let's add a little twist to this today. So we're going to keep that foot there and turn to the left wall. Draw that left shoulder back a little bit more. All right, and then come on back to the front. Let's slide that leg out. We haven't heard the lawnmower yet, so that's what is that sound? Okay, you may do with your foot whatever you'd like. We're going to hold on to the chair and just lift here. And my elbow's pointing to the back of the chair. You could even rest that elbow on the back if you get back there. Just a little wild thing. Doesn't that feel good? Circle it around. Slide that foot back in. Come into powerful pose. Reach up. Heart comes forward. Take the gaze up. And then release down and roll back up. All right. We go the other side. Lifting up and over. Yep. I have two different sides too. So work where you're comfortable here. Foot can stay on the ground. You know how we took soles of the feet together. You can do that again. It's up to you. But once again, this foot wants to slide over. So first let's get it right underneath the knee. And then maybe a half an inch out further. And then let the knee go over there as well. Just changes that, that stretch in there. So a little bit more. And breathe. All right, let's see if we can try that waterfall. So bring the heart forward, lifting the chin. I'll get that out of your way in a minute, Dolores. There. Breathe. Oh, goodness. All right. So we had that little twist, didn't we? So nice and tall. We had this little twist. See how that affects the hip right there. All right, come on back to the front. This leg out. You can do whatever you want to with the foot and the knee and everything. I'm going to slide my out. I'm going to hold on to the chair. My elbow's going to find its way back. And then I'm going to lift. You can feel this lengthen from the foot. Look at you all. Is that amazing? Lovely. Great. From the fingertip to your toe. So long. All right, coming right back up. Hands on the knees. Hinge at or elbows on the knees, hinge at the hips, scoop the belly around the spine, and roll right back up, nice and slow. Let me move this out of your way here. Bring it forward. Okie doke. All right, let's take a nice big stretch right here. All the way over, and we're just gonna let this sort of hang here, but I want you to think about lifting that left rib cage to the ceiling so you become this little bit of an arc here. Instead of just hinged at the hip, you've become this lovely arc. All the way up and around, and then just let this arm hang here. Circle around. All right, other side. Once we get warmed up, I love a deep stretch at the end, which requires a lot of breath, so don't forget to breathe deep. Here we go, reaching up. And then let this right rib cage, lift to the ceiling. You get this nice arc over. Keeping the heart open, keeping the chest lifted. I'm actually pressing my elbow down into the leg here as a little bit of leverage. All right, we're circling it back and around, little stretch in the chest, and down she comes, and just circle it around. Back to the front, back of the legs, heel on the ground in front, hinge at the hip. You need to be sitting at the edge of the seat, but certainly don't fall out of it. So a little micro bend here. Bring the heart, bring the chin forward, and you're gonna feel that nice stretch in the back of the leg. And you hinge whatever is comfortable for you, but heart coming forward. Yeah, this everybody's face here. And then if this works for you, release down, push off that hand, scoop the belly, and roll the spine back up. Take the other side. Really get into those hamstrings. So hinge at the hip. Heart coming forward, chin lifts. And then release down and roll back up. All right, it's a little difficult to do on these chairs because they're padded, but let's drop the one knee down. And then maybe look over the back of the chair. Hold on to it there. And then we'll go the other way as well. At least if you've got clothes on, it's a little hard to do with these chairs. Just saying. And then
Next
look.
time we do it nude.
Okay, all right. Oh, and then look over the back of the chair. See if you can let that knee drop towards the ground. That upper body is upright, 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 broad collarbones. All right, and come on back to the front. I think we made it all the way around everything today. Settle on into the back of the chair. Little massage on the low back. Ooh, golly, that feels good. Yeah. All right. And then tuck in the shoulder blades underneath so those collarbones get nice and broad. Come back to just that good deep breath. A couple of deep breaths, and then just let it return to your normal breathing rhythm. But let's let those endorphins pump through the body first. And just stillness come to the body, your normal breathing rhythm. Let it become seated meditation. Where do those thoughts go? Can you bring them back to just your breath and get rid of them? Wiggle your fingers and toes. Corners of your mouth turn up in a smile. And hands together at your heart. Remembering a heart of peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. I have a funny story to tell you about that.